Welcome to another RSR. Tonight I'm reviewing Portland Timbers 3, Real Salt Lake 1, MLS 2025 Cup Playoffs, Western Wildcard match. Portland Timbers move on to play San Diego. I was right about this prediction. I had Portland winning this game. They did. On the eastern side, I had Chicago losing to Orlando. I was wrong. A 3-1 win for both home teams. So I'm 1-1 on my wildcard predictions. Not that that would change anything for the rest of my predictions. I believe both wildcard teams will lose to the first seeds. But Portland might have something to say about this more than I thought. Very dominant game from Portland tonight. Very dominant game. I'm very proud of what the Timbers did. Overall, there were moments where RSL put them under pressure trying to get back into this game, but all things considered, I think Portland saw it out very well defensively and offensively. There was 3 players I'm really wowed by, which we'll talk about that, and we will say how I feel about this match, and we'll move on. Portland Timbers FC 3, Real Salt Lake 1, en la repechaje de la Conferencia Oeste de la MLS Cup Playoffs. Portland avanzar de la Conferencia Cuartos de Final contra San Diego en la Serie. With that being said, we have the Portland Timbers winning this game. They got the job done overall, and you get it going. 24th minute, Felipe Mora takes a header, saved by Cabral, lands back at Mora. He takes a shot through traffic and pops it into the net. 1-0, 1-0. Beautiful goal by Mora. Heads up play. And man, they needed those moments from Felipe Mora. He definitely had to be heads up because that really saved Portland tonight. Felipe Mora sets up, takes a shot or a header, another rebound off of Cabral, even closer, taps it in, 2-0, 2-0. 2 goals from headers that are rebounds that he pops in. Heads up play by Felipe Mora. He definitely helped Portland win this game by a lot more, or just win it in general. 39th minute, ball played in by Gonçalves off the corner. Short corner, Gonçalves crossed it in to Justin Glad. Header. I don't know what Ayala was doing, but the defense was not there, but a good header by Justin Glad nonetheless. 39th minute, 2-1, and that's where we would go to halftime. 2-1, 2-1. Portland still leads. Portland líder. Medio tiempo. Frankly, I thought Portland was the way better team in the first half. I thought they were the way better team. I thought they had the better chances. I thought they were very dominant throughout this match at Providence Park, especially the first half. Even though I did not think that Real Salt Lake were out of it by any means. There were moments after those 2 goals where they really put on the pressure. After the first goal, they put on the pressure. After the second goal, they put on the pressure. Quickly got one to get one back. RSL were never out of this match. Scoreline kind of looks like it, but they were never out of this match. They put on a lot of pressure on Portland to try to get something out of this match and get it to the penalty shootout after 90. I thought RSL were fighting hard as well. I thought so too. I thought their team looked solid. They weren't the better team, but they had a solid performance. I don't think they have anything to really be ashamed of. But in the end, 81st minute, Kamal Miller makes sure this game is over. Ball crossed to Kamal Miller. It ends up where he's making the run as it gets kicked. He looks like he's offside because he makes a very good run. Heads it in, 3-1, 3-1. Beautiful goal by Kamal Miller. He gets the goal. They check it. They make sure it's correct. Quick check, but they make sure it's correct. They check everything. 3-1, Portland leads. And after that, Real Salt Lake was really putting them under pressure from about most of the second half, really. But 60 minutes to 80, they really put them under pressure. And you thought, okay, it's got to go bad at some point for Portland. They were playing with fire for a while there, I thought. And then Kamal Miller just gave them a reprieve. Real Salt Lake really didn't have much after that. They kind of accepted their fate, sadly. Full time, 3-1, 3-1 esta noche. Portland wins. Portland ganador. Avanzar Conferencia Cuartos de Final contra San Diego FC. Against San Diego FC, Portland will play the next round, a best-of-3 series, best 2 out of 3. Can they do something with it? We'll see, but I still think San Diego wins, but it should be interesting. More interesting than I thought if Portland plays like this. Full-time stats, 12 shots to 22, 8 shots on goal to 7, 48% possession to 52% possession, 466 passes to 519, 82% pass accuracy to 85, 14 fouls to 15, 2 offside to 3, 0 yellow cards to 5, 0 red cards to 0, 7 corners to 6. For me, the Portland Timbers were solid. I thought they were the better team for the first half, certainly. Second half, they defended well enough to get the extra goal, move on, and win their first playoff game since 2021. Ironically enough, against RSL at Providence Park, the Western Conference Final. But they came in with a horrible run of form, and they had to answer the bell, drop into the wild card, which people thought was going to be very tough for them to drop to the wild card on decision day, but they did. And here we are, and they got the win. They got a playoff win, very emphatically, I would say, especially by the end. I would say man of the match for me is Felipe Mora. The 2 heads-up plays that he made to score the 2 goals made sure this game didn't go to penalties. He was on it tonight. He had to show up, and he did. Felipe Mora, man of the match for me. I'm very proud of what he did tonight. That was the type of game you had to see from the Timbers to move on to the next round. I also want to give props to Christopher Velde. Man, he's good. Very good passes, very good crosses, knew where to put the ball. I wish he had a chance to score a goal. But Velde had an amazing run during their bad run of form, at least comparatively. And here he had a good game. Didn't really do more than really good passes and wowing people with his moves, but sometimes you have to have that. Sometimes you have to have it to open up the space for a guy like Felipe Mora. So, Velde, good moves, good passes, smart play with the ball, very good from him. As well as Diego Chara, I got to give props to him. He's still rolling, he's still kicking. He had a damn good game in the midfield. Diego Chara is just that guy. He just is. He's still ageless. He's still a wonder. He still finds a way to play some damn good football. I got to give him the props. Diego Chara, damn good game. If Mora, Velde, and Chara weren't on, I don't think this game would have won as well. Yes, Kamal Miller scored a goal. Damn good play from him. Heads up from him as well. But I think what really impacted this game positively was the way Mora, Velde, and Chara played. And that's where we are. And Portland advanced because of it. So, you love to see it. They move on. They play San Diego. Can they give them a fight? Some people say yes. I say let's find out. Not that we're going to watch most of it because, well, I think, wait, they play Sunday? I think we actually are watching that game. But with that being said, World Series week, so a lot more of that than MLS Cup playoffs. But do you blame me, though? Either way, congratulations to the Portland Timbers for advancement. Commiserations to Real Salt Lake. You're gone. You're going to Key West because we got to come up with an MLS version of Cancun. You're going to Key West. Felicidades, Portland. You move on and keep on going. With that being said, if you like this video, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribed. Send some chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put this in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I will see you tomorrow for a live watch along at 5 p.m. Central and 9 p.m. Central. The Caribbean Cup, O&M versus Sabal live. And then 9 p.m. we have Olympia, Alajuelense Olympia Central American Cup live, RSR. So, 2 lives, 1 RSR tomorrow. Then Friday, we got the World Series Game 1. 7 Central, 8 Eastern, Dodgers at Jays. It ain't football, but you know what? It's history. So, we gonna do it. With that being said, I'll see you tomorrow for a fun day before I am nervous as all hell, but calling the game. It is what it is. I'll see you later. I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace. See ya.